Professor, you were a former special advisor to the cabinet of Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. If you had to be advising Prime Minister Kishida today, what would you say to him?
The main battle line rests in the generational divide. Japan is a graying society, and something has to be done now before it's too late to rewrite social contract, namely to put more emphasis on the young generations and the baby-bearing generations rather than on senior citizens. But Prime Minister Kishida's administration seems to be rather hesitant in facing up to that most important task.
Is it a case in Japan where the more money that a candidate spends, the more votes that they're going to win? In other words, it does tend to come down to the candidate with the deepest pockets.
Well, not so much. That applied to the case, that applied to Japanese electoral system 20, 30 years ago. But since the introduction of a single-member district system in the 1990s, it is the party whip that holds, really, the whip. And the money for campaigning is being distributed by the party headquarters using taxpayers' money, which is one reason that new parties are being formed to get a chunk of that taxpayers' money. So it is not so much each candidate's, individual candidate's money that matters as the party.
Professor, the weak yen clearly is an issue in our past election. Voters are not happy with the way they have to fork higher prices, pay more for their goods. Could the currency become the main focal point when it comes to how Prime Minister Kishida delivers what he is expected to say? I mean, could that change the outlook? Or could we see a change in the yen or the currency outlook once upper house elections are over?
Well, I think it's very much an interesting phenomenon and difficult situation to judge because it clearly does harm to households. But it's at the same time, the summer bonus payment by export companies such as Toyota is hitting its record high. So over the next month, more Japanese employees will get more salaries and more bonuses. And I think that's going to be in time, really, for the elections.